Hey guys and gals. And there you are. Hey everybody, Fli Mackie here with Smart Money Culture TV in the great state of Texas, Louisiana, Florida, Washington, D.C., Denver, Colorado, and Fresno, California. Holy cow, just made a deal to do a channel out in California where, what's that song? Something about Jed. Poor mountaineer couldn't keep his family fed. Then one day he was shooting at some food. Up from the ground comes some bubbling crude. Oh boy, I can't believe we get to do this. You guys hit that QR code right over here, right over there. Hit that QR code. We got a whole team out in Texas and out there in Arizona. Those guys can get, listen, if you let insurance pay for your roof, okay, save you $20,000-$30,000 or so. I don't know exactly how much they save you, but I can tell you this: they do all the work. They get insurance to pay. You might as well use them. All right, just leave that alone right it is. I want to do a little bit of talking here. We're going to share the screen here with a little bit of news, but we want to start with the U.S. debt clock. Look at this. Oh boy, if this isn't exciting, I don't know what is. Where's the debt clock at? Let's see if we can do that right there. There you go. You see the U.S. debt clock down there, and you see how much Elon Musk and them are saving us. You see the Doge clock right here. That's how much they're saving us as the seconds go by. Already it's $85 billion that they've saved us. I believe, I could be wrong on that. That's the Doge clock. Or that could be how much in fraud. Let me do a little bit of research on this. Give me 1 second. We'll just keep watching this sucker. I love that. On the U.S. debt clock, U.S. debt clock.org, you see a tab on there that says Doge clock. Hold on a second. On the US debt clock.org, that site right there, you see a tab that's just been added to it that says Doge clock, $85 billion, and it keeps growing. Does that tab mean that's how much fraud they found, or that's how much they've saved us? Okay, so for those of you watching right here, that little tab right there, Doge, represents how much that they're saving us. Isn't that something? That is just incredible. We literally went from, this thing just adding up to now actually having savings. They've saved us over $80 billion, and this thing is growing. That is incredible. I can't wait till that gets into that's only 95. That's $905 billion away from $1 trillion. I mean, imagine what they're going to find at the Department of Education. Imagine what they're going to find there at all these other governments. They said there's like 400 government agencies that don't even really exist. They exist, but they don't work. There ain't nothing going on in them. That's going to be incredible. It's just going to be incredible to watch what happened. But if you see here, you guys watch this with me. You see that little Doge clip right there? That's exactly how much money that they are saving us right now. That is incredible. Fli Mackie here with the Fli Mackie Show. Great to be with you tonight. I took a nap in the office while the guys are doing the playlist for like 2 hours. Let's have a cup of coffee. We got teams. There are teams out in Texas, Louisiana, Phoenix, Arizona, and all around the country that will help you with your roof. If you have a 3-tab shingle and and you need a roof, then reach out, hit that QR code. It'll take you to our contact page. Fill out the form. Tell us how to contact you. Leave your name. We're getting some leads coming in, but they don't give your name. So sorry, leave your phone number. So we got the emails, but they didn't give the phone number. Leave your phone number so that we can reach out to you, or they can reach out to you. And then let insurance pay for your roof. If you know anything about how insurance works, which most people don't when it comes to your roof, if you put a roof on there that's licensed, bonded, insured, and certifiable from the manufacturer, then the manufacturer from that day on takes responsibility for your roof, not the insurance company. They are desperate. These insurance companies are desperate for you to get one of those type roofs. And of course, you still have to pay for homeowners insurance, which the roof is included in on that. You still have to pay for that. They're going to get paid for decades and decades and get decades, but are never going to have to do anything with your roof, because if you make a claim, it goes to the manufacturer because you have that warranty, because you had a licensed, bonded, insured, and certified manufacturer installer put your roof on. That's the benefits. Isn't that crazy? So it's going to shift responsibilities from the insurance to the manufacturer. When they stamp your roof as certified and put your name and your address into that warranty, into their company, you're in. Okay. So they really want to help you get a brand new roof. Just go to that QR code, fill it out, and then let's see what happens from there. Let's look at this U.S. debt clock. This is amazing. If you see here, $85 billion, $68 million and adding up. This is fixing to roll over to $69 million. $85 billion, $69 million and counting. That because Elon and his team found all that fraud and stopped it. This is how much is adding up that they have saved the American taxpayers. I don't know anybody who can't be happy about that. This is pretty incredible stuff. those millions are adding up pretty fast. If you see here that it's already when we started the broadcast, that was at 85 billion, 69 million. Now it's already 85 million. I mean, it's gone up $14 million in savings just since we've been on the air for the last 14 minutes. That's about $1 million a minute. $1 million a minute that's saving us by stopping that fraud and the waste right there. That is incredible numbers, by the way. I don't know if it's going to continue that speed. I'm guessing the bigger it is, the the longer it takes to add up the savings. But that's incredible speed right there. That's about $1 million a minute. Is that right? That is incredible amounts of money that that the Doge team, headed by Elon Musk, is saving us as we speak. Wow. It's about $1 million a minute. We started the broadcast 15 minutes and 30 seconds ago. And we're looking at the savings of $16 million. That is incredible. It's about $1 million a minute that it's saving us. Let's take a little look at a little bit of well, those of you who are watching us online, we're on commercial break right now, but we're going to come right back. You guys hold on. Be right there. And we are back. Okay. You're watching the Fli Mackie Show. I'm your host here, Fli Mackie, here on Smart Money Culture Television. So grateful to be with you tonight. So let's take a look at the U.S. debt clock right here. You can see it right below me there. And you see this tab here, Doge clock. This right here is how much we're getting saved. And it's about $1 million a minute, 85 billion, 91 million right now. When we started the broadcast about 16 minutes ago, it was at 69 million. Now it's up to what it was there right there, 85 or 91 million dollars. So this is about $1 million a minute that this is saving us. This is incredible amounts of money that the Doge team, headed by Elon Musk, is saving the American public. And you've got these guys, these senators and congressmen, mainly congressmen from the left. It's both senators and congressmen that are fighting because this is where all this money that they're using against the American public, you, me, your mom, your dad, grandma, abuelita, your mom, your daddy, anybody, your brothers and sisters, your uncles and aunts, anybody in America, they are using this money against us, and they are saving this team is helping us save. But the woke left has the agenda to take this country down. Isn't this amazing? This is just incredible. Let's take a look at some news here. I'm going to share this tab. There you go. Let's see what's going on right here. Oh, yeah, I love this one. We played a clip just...
Constitutional crisis.
That this is a genuine constitutional crisis.
Constitutional crisis.
Crisis the country has faced.
It'll be a constitutional crisis if they let this continue to go on. Keep going, Trump. Keep going. We must impeach judges who are grossly undermining the will. Well, he can fire them. The president has the right to fire them. Just fire them. The DOJ... I don't know if the DOJ has that authority, but somebody has the authority to fire him. I'm guessing it's the president. Let's take a look at this. Well, he's been pardoned, so now they can say that because he's been pardoned. Like the DOJ isn't doing America any favors. Just know this. The Department of Justice isn't doing you or me or anybody else a favor by admitting this. Matter of fact, they're a bunch of cowards, if you ask me, because they could have done this before, but instead they waited till he got the pardon. Come on, Pam Bondi. Get your act together over there. I'm guessing she is right now. Yeah, who cares what they admit? This is old news. We already know it. We don't need you to admit it.
Leyes ya se pusieron demasiado duras, mi gente. Aquí nos vamos con nuestras pocas cosas hasta el hermoso estado de California. Dicen que por ahí la vida es más fácil, que la migra no llega allá, porque aquí esta mañana nos vinieron a sacar de nuestros hogares. Los dueños de los apartamentos nos sacaron y dicen que ya no nos podemos vivir aquí porque no tenemos la documentación necesaria, mis amigos. Así es de que adiós Atlanta, adiós Georgia. Nos vamos para California. Y pues de ahí, pues, a donde el destino nos lleve, mi gente. Como dice la canción, me voy con rumbo al sur. Saludos, amigos.
And you know what's crazy is this guy seems like a perfectly nice guy, hardworking. You can tell people who work, you know. I mean, you get caught up, you come over here illegally. A lot of these guys are really hardworking people. But once again, you know, life takes a lot of turns. It's not fair to us. It's not fair to anybody. So, but we do have to be fair to Americans first. Okay. That's all I'm trying to say. It doesn't seem like a bad guy, but it is what it is. Yeah. I don't think I can place this. You don't want to hear the words. Yeah, you get the canine dogs, you're screwed because those dogs don't mess around. They're heroes. They go into imminent. These canine dogs go into imminent death, knowing that they could. I mean, they just will do whatever that they're asked to do. You know, in the face of death, they will stand up to protect you. They're heroes. There's Tony Hinchcliffe. Good comedian.
Watch and see what happens. Sir, is there any plans to go into these leftist groups like No Mas Muertes and these protests across the nation where those likely illegal aliens are flying foreign flags to get around us?
Watch to see what happens.
Interesting stuff right here. Interesting stuff. What's going on in this world? Interesting stuff. What's going on in the world? Let's look what I have over here. We got a few followers. We got 61 followers in the last couple of weeks since we started broadcasting here on X. Okay, that's our live show going on right now. Sarah Adams, former CIA, and by the way, this is a good report right here. Sarah Adams, former CIA targeting officer and counterterrorism expert, reveals that we are paying welfare to Taliban martyrs' families. Every Taliban martyr who died during the war with us, our U.S. government is paying them a stipend. This is sick. $87 million a week. Wow. This is sickening that our government is paying our enemies' families when we kill them. That is insane. Talk about reparations. I don't know if that would be under reparations, but that is sick. It makes me sick to think about it. Trump called for FEMA to be terminated after top official caught sending $59 million to house illegal aliens. Yeah, 100%. Like, they just need to clean house, get rid of FEMA, get rid of it, shut it down. It's a disaster. Right here, King Abdullah of Jordan said that Trump, I finally see someone who can take us across the border, the finish line, across the finish line to bring stability, peace, and prosperity to the U.S. in the region. Yeah, he brought his son with him right there too. King of Jordan brought his son there too. Is going to be the next king, and they're going to take a couple of thousand kids that have cancer, orphans, and stuff like that, real sick kids. But they want the people of the Palestinians to be settled somewhere else. They want them to be settled in a nice place where they're not having wars, where Hamas is not leading them. Oh, yeah, there's going to be some trouble. Here's the lady right here. Mary Comans just fired for funneling that 58 or $59 million to illegal migrant hotels. And by the way, we just found out that they were paying the hotels double the amounts. There's some kickbacks coming here somewhere. Somebody is getting massively rich with massive kickbacks. Wow. That's all I got to say. That's just unbelievable. Trump's going to pardon. This came out earlier today. Edward Snowden. And I'm glad that this is happening. This guy took the secrets of our government that they were spying on us and tried to tell the American people. And, you know, they put the head of WikiLeaks, his name is can't quite remember the guy's name at WikiLeaks there right this second. But this guy right here deserves the pardon. I'm going to be so happy for that. I think people should whistleblow on the government. Yeah. Now these stories are kind of hard to stomach. She married, look at how she's loving up to her brother. This is her real brother. She married him so that she could get into the country. Yeah. This is just sickness. Yuck. The Pritzker family, 64 NGOs, that's non-governmental organizations, taking millions upon millions of taxpayer money. These were the guys and gals, these type organizations that were logging every single illegal alien, all their information, giving them money, giving them clothing, giving them food, and then bringing them into the United States. Yeah, 4 people were fired from FEMA. They don't need to shut that whole thing. Just shut it down. Yeah, this guy's a moron. Why did the Democrats have to be in on this? They lost. They don't have the right to be doing anything. This is, 87 million people voted for Trump. And I guarantee it was more than 87 million people. It was closer to over 100 million people voted for Trump. And you got these states, these 19 states that don't have voter ID that overwhelmingly voted for, they say, they got more, Kamala Harris. There ain't nobody voted for her. She didn't get no votes. She got votes, but she didn't get what they said she got. Yeah, this guy's a complete moron and not a friend of our country, even though he tries to say he is. These guys advocating for street violence. This is an elected official. He needs to go to jail. They need to arrest him. If this was a Republican, they would have arrested him already. He needs to be arrested. Come on, Pam Bondi. Do something against these guys. Stand up for America. All right, listen to this.
Border crossings.
Steve, I'd like you to say a couple of words about it.
Yes, well, as you know, Mr. President, since you issued your day one executive orders, border crossings are down approximately 95%. You talk to agents on the line, in their entire careers, they've never seen crossing days as low as what they're experiencing right now. The cartels, in fact, are enormously frustrated because they've never seen a clampdown like this before in American history. There are people who were working at Border Patrol back when it was at INS in the 80s and 90s. They've never seen a day like this. That's because you've mobilized the 10th Mounted Division, the Marines, the entire U.S. military. They're erecting physical miles of barrier, temporary and ultimately permanent, every single day. You have all of your border agents pushed to the front line. They're not doing the humanitarian processing, quote unquote, that Biden was doing. They're doing law enforcement and national security. They're interdicting weapons and drugs. They're interdicting violent, high-threat criminals. And the U.S. military is repatriating illegal immigrants at a pace and a skill that has never occurred before in American history. And those who are committing human trafficking and child trafficking are being prosecuted for felony offenses, and they'll be doing hard time in jail. There's never been a lockdown like what you have implemented through your orders and vision since you took the oath of office.
That's amazing stuff right there. That's all I got to say. Anyway, thank you for watching us here at Smart Money Culture Television in the great state of Texas, Louisiana, Washington, D.C. Oh, boy, it's coming. Fresno, California, Denver, Colorado, Tallahassee, Florida. I think next month we're going to be in San Antonio, Texas, but our network is growing. So look for us to be in different places around the country. We'll update our website. We still haven't updated it for about 2 weeks. There's some shows that we're no longer playing anymore. We've got new content creators that are coming on. It is going to be amazing. I'm not going to say who it is yet, but we have a couple of content creators and some shows that are coming on that are going to be incredible. And by the way, I'm a big fan of low production. You guys know it's been really, this is the line I use, is surprisingly the low budget production shows like what we're doing right here. Just turn the camera on and start talking has done us surprisingly well. But I can say that as we start to grow, we're going to have to work on the production so that we can match the scale as we're going across the country. And we've got some guys and gals coming on who do really good shows already. So we're really excited for that. Just wait. They haven't signed yet. So I'm not going to say anything until they sign. But when they sign, oh boy, it's going to be exciting. Anyway, let's get to a little Bitcoin news. And then we're going to call it the night here. So let's hold tight. You see here where Bitcoin is trading right now at 95,000. I think we're going to see a little bit more consolidation here based on some charting that we've done. And I think we're probably going to be heading right down to about, somewhere around this area right here, $89,000, $90,000. We're actually at the point right now where this could be taking, it's consolidating. Well, you can see here it's consolidating. See this? See these candles? It's consolidating. This is a 4-hour candle, but we may be heading back up depending. I was going to chart some more today, but I didn't. I'll get some more information from some of the world-class charters and that I follow, and we'll see what they say about this. But I think our next target point's about 100, right up here around 103, 104,000. And then we're going to probably see a pullback once again to about 95 right here. And then before we go up to 116, 140,000, somewhere in that range right there, 155,000. Let's see what happens. I mean, all you can do is chart. And the last time when I had it charted to go to, up over 100 and then it popped back down, I can tell you, I was having some conversations today. You see why Bitcoin was at $108,000, $109,000, and then it came all the way back to 89,000 just briefly and then popped back up. But part of the reasons for that, and you guys, I'll just give you the strategy of what the institutional buyers and sellers are doing. So in the past, what they would do is they'd sell, right? They'd sell, and then of course it would cause the market to drop. And then as it's dropping, they're buying back. They're buying as much Bitcoin as they can. But in the transparency in the stock market, they do this so far in advance, you don't know. You can't see it. But over here, you can see it. So if somebody connects their wallet to an exchange, let's say Kraken or Coinbase, and that wallet has, 5 or 10,000 Bitcoin in it, that they're selling. There's only one reason that a person or a company would announce that they have that much Bitcoin and that they're connecting to their wallet to the exchange. And that's because they plan to sell it. Okay. And so and there's no reason to show people or brag, I have 5 or 10,000. Let's say, you're the institutional buyer. There's no reason for you to brag saying that you have 5 or 10,000, 5,000 or 10,000 Bitcoin or whatever the amount of coin is, unless you're going to sell it. There's no reason to show your hand, so to speak. Okay. So when somebody shows their hand saying, I've got, let's say 10,000 Bitcoin, They're intending to sell it. Okay. Now, in order to get around all that, about a week ago or so, when it dropped from 109,000 down to all the way down to 89,000, and then popped back up, and we've been, playing that number ever since. 95, 97, went up to 103 again, then it dropped back down into the 90s where it's at now. As you can see, they pulled these institutional companies who are putting their money on these exchanges to keep it liquid. Okay. They pulled $2 billion in one day, $2 billion off the exchanges, the biggest 24-hour pullout of money off these exchanges for liquidation in the history of crypto. And it, when the exchanges, by the way, work on liquidity. So if they don't have liquidity, which means if you sell something, you want to be able to get paid for it right away. You want your money. But if the exchanges aren't liquid enough to be able to handle those transactions right then and there within seconds, then it causes it causes a delay. And so that's what happened. And that's what caused the price to drop of Bitcoin from $109,000 down. And this is how the institutional buyers and sellers are starting to manipulate the market. So buyer beware, I guess. I don't know. I'm not giving any advice. You do what you want to do. I'm just giving you a little insight of my expertise, of our expertise, and other people's expertise of what's happening. Okay. And very interesting stuff right here. Very interesting stuff. Trading right now at 95,000. All right, let's get rid of that. Trading right now at $95,691. You have a market cap over here of 1.89 trillion, and it traded $36 billion for the day. So that's the news of what's going on with Bitcoin. We are live here in the great state of Texas and Louisiana, Tallahassee, Florida coming soon, Washington, D.C. coming soon, Fresno, California coming soon, Denver, Colorado, Phoenix, Arizona. I can't tell you the news I want to tell you, but it's going to get exciting. So y'all stay tuned. God bless you. Have a great night. Fli Mackie here for Smart Money Culture TV. Have a great night. Okay. So for the rest of us that are here on social media, I just ended our broadcast television stream there to the towers. It's amazing how this technology works over here. Our engineers were working today, and they said, I've got some good news and bad news, and it had to do with our transmission that we're working on for a new station, a new channel. And, the bad news was they couldn't actually connect the servers. And he said the good news, though, was we get to upgrade our servers. Anyway, it's all good and all in the day's business. You've been watching Smart Money Culture Television and the Fli Mackie Show. I'm your